My name's Glenn Sutter. I'm a singer-songwriter from Regina. I create and perform folk rock and have been doing it seriously for about a dozen years. I've always played music, but I've been songwriting and putting music out in the world for about a dozen years. So in terms of where my career in music came from, to be honest, it relates to being a dad, because I've always played music, always done a little performing and played with cover bands and things. But for songwriting, I wanted my family to know that Dad was a songwriter, and I realized that I needed to get a little serious about it and produce some things I was happy with and release them so that they would have that record. So it was really wanting to leave a legacy of sorts, but also, as I got into it, I realized this is fun. This is a really cool pursuit, and I want to do it more and more and more, and it's just been growing ever since. Where am I at in my career? I feel I'm a hacker on guitar. I've got classical training on piano and theory, so that part's okay. I'm a student of the songwriting process for sure, meaning sometimes I think I uncover something cool, but then I realize I've just scratched the surface, and there's so many more things to learn. And I listen to really good songwriters, and I'm just blown away by them, how they can create that experience in 3 or 4 minutes. And I don't know if I'll ever be there, but I'm really enjoying the journey. So I've got 4 or 5 albums out now. I've kind of lost track. And a big catalog of unrecorded stuff, so I just want to keep going. I'm at an age where I can see retirement on the distant horizon. But I really want to do more music and songwriting and performance through retirement and after retirement, because it's something, it's low impact really and so much fun. I love meeting people when I perform, and so I've got those aspirations and just trying to make sure I get there in one piece. This is a dark time of year. Orion is clear and seems to own the sky. When life all but disappears, the wind can take your breath away. By skeleton trees, the sign points out as you turn off the number 1. Both hands finally light on the wheel under a cold prairie sun. The fence lines are familiar, snow sculpted by wind and plow. I don't remember that curve ahead. It's taken too long, we should be there by now. This is a dark time of year. Orion is clear and seems to own the sky. When life all but disappears, the wind can take your breath away. Oh, 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 oh. Warmed by the fire, the memories fade as the dog and I stretch and yawn. She loves to help when the drifts are high. Time to put the big boots on. A dream can take you back home, and every stream is a one-way flow. But the dark never stays. Every dawn is a new day. This is a dark time of year. Orion is clear and seems to own the sky. when life all but disappears. The wind can take your breath away. Dark Time of the Year was written at the tail end of a songwriting camp that I run called Songs for Nature. And we have been doing them for a number of years now. And when the pandemic hit, we decided to keep them going and go online. So, and with an online experience like that, we realized that we really can do it any time of year. So we offered a winter camp. And people who are taking the program, of course, are encouraged to write songs. But as the organizer, I find it a little frustrating, actually, because I don't get much time to work on my stuff, my songs. And it was even the case for the online camp that happened. So when the end of the online winter camp was coming near, I really felt pressure. I said, I want to see what I can dig up here for a winter song. Inspired by winter, and at that time it was February, mid-February. So Orion was big in the sky, and it's one of those constellations, at least one of the few constellations I can identify, and I know it comes up in the winter. So that started it, and literally I woke up from a nap with my dog nearby, and it had been a blizzard outside. And I thought, what if there was a song that took people on a journey? People felt like they were on a journey with this, through this, what they were experiencing. But then it turns out it was just a dream. And it's a person reflecting on going home and maybe getting away from winter, or whatever it means to get away from winter. I don't know. But at least going home, but waking up and realizing, I guess we can always go home in our minds, but we're always on this one-way flow through life, and winter's just part of it. So I wanted something that emulated the feeling of a winter night, that the magic it can bring, and the not foreboding, but it's dark and cold and that feeling, but also a little uplifting too, because as we get through it, you're going to get through it and feel better at the end. And so it was that notion of going home, but it's kind of a dream. We never really do go home, and it's still okay. What does success mean for me around music? The best thing for me is an intimate show, house concert, or a venue where people are really listening, and I see people watching the performance, engaging with the story, if it's a story, moving to the rhythm. Any kind of connection is success. Really, it sounds a bit cliche, but it's a real thing. I've felt it from the stage, or just in any song, any performance experience. And I don't know, it's a bit addictive. I want more and more of that. I mean, I'd like to think that success too is being someone that is able to play at larger events, festivals, etc., and someone who brings a good show to those kinds of things, and is known for that. Because my ideal, my picture, is that I have some access to those events and those experiences, but I'm also able to bring a really interesting experience to intimate settings, to house concerts and things like that. I want that connection at all scales, but especially the small scale. I don't want it at all scales. That's ridiculous. I'm not in this to be a global superstar. I have no aspirations of being any kind of star. I just want to connect with people, and the more the better. My songwriting process is haphazard. It's nothing very elegant about it. I usually spend my time exploring the guitar. It's often on the guitar. I play piano, but I'll write on the guitar and sometimes move it over to the piano. For some reason, I don't write on the piano very much. Don't know why. But I'll be exploring lyrics or little melodic hooks, things that I really kind of like. And sometimes the song just emerges from that. The trick is to capture the lyrical ideas. And I'm always capturing them somehow, scraps of paper, whatever. And then the trick is to put the musical idea together with the lyrical idea. And sometimes it's really piecemeal. I'm not sure how it happens. Like I said, it's not very clean or disciplined. But I do get in the zone, and really fun when it happens. I can see you, maybe you see me too. I wanna be there as your light shines through. So rare and fine, such a precious pearl. I wanna walk with you to the end of the world. The path we're on may be nothing but stones in a sea of people, but somehow alone. We'll ride the waves, every crash and curl, side by side to the end of the world. I'm glad the sun always comes up in the east. I know it's just another star, but every sunrise offers some relief, 'cause your light is gonna shine wherever we are. Sometimes at night the stars will guide, and other times we'll wanna run and hide away from the race as we twist and twirl, hanging on to the end of the world. And I can see you, maybe you see me too. I wanna be there as your light shines through. So rare and fine, such a precious pearl. I wanna walk with you to the end of the world. When it's me and you, there's no end to the world. End of the world, you know, I run this songwriting for nature camp, Songs for Nature Camp, And I've often complained that I don't get to write songs during it, but actually End of the World is another song that started during one of these camps. And it's really, I call it a love song to nature. And it's a love song for everybody that I have affection for in my life. Because, I mean, it ends with, when it's you and me, there's no end to the world. Because in my line of work, I do a lot of reading and research about pretty sobering topics, climate change, and we're losing species, and all of these pretty big topics. And End of the World has that notion that, well, it's a pretty sobering idea. I guess I got thinking that what if I'm inviting someone to walk with me to the end of the world, that can mean a lot of things. And but I wanted to twist it at the end, saying that, if we're in this together, if we're on this journey together, there's no end to the world. It started while I was sitting on a beach, the windy day, waves crashing in, and the rhythm of the waves just came out in the guitar, just a nice simple melody. Then it was a matter of sort of creating the story or crafting the images I want in there. And it talks about the path that we're on. And I think about that quite a bit, that we are all on a journey together. We're all on a path. And it comes up a lot in my music, and it seemed to fit in this case. So I got into songwriting through a sort of songwriting camp at Emma Lake and met some wonderful songwriting mentors up there, including Jay Semko and Kim Fontaine, Dave Taylor, fantastic artists in their own right. And somehow it came out of that camp that it's all about the song. And I've really adopted that as an idea that, I write the lyrics and then come up with the songs and put it together. But somehow it then becomes about the song. It's not about what I'm trying to say through the song, it's about the song itself. And that's a really nice way to look at it. Like it's there sort of as this idea that's come to my mind in this case, and it's out there, but it takes on a life of its own somehow, and it's really important to respect that it's got this own integrity of some kind, of some sort. So when it often comes up when I'm performing it, I think, I've got to deliver this, whatever the song is trying to say, for its sake. And I think it's a good way to look at music, that it's something it's a gift that's being provided to an audience. So it's important to respect what the audience is looking for and respect what can be provided through the song. But it's also important to respect the song itself. That goes to how it's arranged, how it's set up, to the point where that, there's times when that doesn't happen well in a performance, I'm thinking, it's like, oh, I wish I could do that again. I didn't do right by the song. So I think I've taken that bit of advice to heart. What is next for me? Well, I'm in the SMART program, so I'm going to learn about social media, which is fun. I was really productive in songwriting at the start of the pandemic, and then sort of fell off. I think I just got, as everybody found, it's hard to function in a pandemic, and that wore me down. Sort of lost. I wound up feeling quite dry as a songwriter, and still feel that way. So what I hope to do is get back out there once things open up, and get my band back together, because I love playing with the guys, and revive interest in the album that came out in 2019. So I want to revive interest. I want to get my juices flowing as a songwriter again. There's more songs for nature things coming up for this songwriting camp I run. So there's a lot of exciting things on the horizon Not many specifics at this point, but those are my overall goals.